Battleborn Bets, episode number 11, alive.
Are you sure it's 11? I thought it was 12.
Episode 11? Week 11? We're going to talk about week 11.
Oh, we are going to talk about week 11, but it's week 12. I got to be your conscience today, don't I?
We need conscience. We need conscience in everything that we do. Otherwise, what does this bring? Does this bring water? No. Does this bring soda? I know I get a laugh out of them before we even begin talking football. Hey, yeah, you know what? So that was a little loud. We're going to guide you through your Pro Football Survivor pool all season long, just like we promised. In 12 minutes or less. There we go. There's that magic 12.
Well, that's what we lie about.
12
we do lie about that.
Guys, in contest week number 11 at Circus Survivor, 61 entries eliminated. 939 entries survived to week 12.
Including our boy, John.
One of them sits right between us two. John Howard, snap judgment. You made it on through with the Houston Texans. I called John right at the conclusion of the game. I mean, literally, like that field goal went through and like I started ringing his cell phone.
So see, I didn't even ask John, what were you thinking after at the end of the half? That's what I want to know because I stayed away from you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That text thread went dead silent.
At halftime or
halftime
or after the tight end caught the ball within the 10-yard line and we were like, oh my God, they're going to tie the game. Cam Ward throws one good pass all game, and that was the pass.
Right.
So,
Were you worried at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was a total sweat that game. Yeah, 100%.
I called that whole game script. I don't want to.
You have a rookie kicker also. So
and we didn't even talk about the backup quarterback.
No.
In any of that. I mean, you literally put your $19,000 in value on a backup quarterback.
Well, we got through.
You did get through.
Yeah, I mean,
I still would have loved for you to take Miami in that spot. I mean, that would have been a sweat either way, also. But
yeah, I don't see many more or other spots for Houston other than that game against Vegas in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
but like you said, you got to get through with a couple. There's going to be some uncomfortable clicks coming up here, I should say.
Yeah,
in the next few weeks, if we were lucky to keep going here. So
that's absolutely true. Obviously with Week 11 now on through week 12. I mean, of course, yeah, there's plenty of really big favorites as we start to, at the very least, know who's not good. The amount of carnage just like from starting like offensive players last week was just mind-boggling. One quarterback after another getting injured, getting pulled. So we look at what the lines look like for this week, and week 12 has the Ravens 13.5 versus the Jets. Seahawks 13.5 on the road in Tennessee. I think that's the biggest they've been a favorite in like a decade. The Lions 10.5 hosting the Giants. John, you looked at the menu and you figured out, was there a game initially that jumped out that said, this looks tricky, this looks more trappy than I'd like to play into, including tonight? Buffalo, obviously, only 17% can take the Thursday night favorite Buffalo Bills in the Houston Texans game that we just talked about. Do you think that we're going to see a full press here on 17% for the Bills? I guess we could talk a little bit about forecasting here with the game kicking off in about 30 minutes or so. 17% could take the Bills. John, how many do you think will actually push the button on the Bills Thursday night out of that 17%?
It's going to be minimal, 1%. I don't think anyone's taking Buffalo tonight, honestly.
I'll take the over. I think it's going to be like 4 or 5%.
4 or 5%. You know what? I can't say that. I'd like to think there's going to be more on it, only because of just the Davis Mills.
Buffalo still's got some future value too, so you got to think about that. And I think that's where John's kind of going.
Right. I agree. That's correct. Yep.
Also,
but you're also running out of spots to take them too, if you really want to look at it that way.
No doubt. And so we take a look at week 12, and let's go ahead and let's bring up the old Survivor Atlas map that we've been
Brought to you
using
by the gentleman, and I use that term loosely.
by the great gentleman at Survivor Atlas. So here's the Week 12 breakdown, gentlemen. We see where we're at currently. As I said, Baltimore 13.5, Seattle at Tennessee 13.5, Detroit 10.5. That's the double-digit favorites. Then we got San Francisco, 96% available to those that are still participating. They are hosting Carolina as a 7-point favorite. The Rams 6.5 hosting Tampa. Only 11% could take the Rams, and then we're looking at Green Bay 13% hosting Minnesota 6.5. Buffalo, as we talked about, 17% could take them. 5.5. That number has gotten down to 4.5. I don't know how much.
Which game? Tonight's game?
Yeah, I don't know how much Keon Coleman being out's playing into that, but Circa's got it down to 4.5. Some 5s, but we're starting to see 4.5s appear. Total 44. John, the 3 that you might go and pluck out of here that might be your top candidates would be which?
Obviously, Baltimore. The one thing with Baltimore, which I've been thinking about all week, is, okay, do you pivot off of the Ravens this week and take another team? So you debate. The one thing that's kind of not holding me back but has me thinking is, what's the status of Joe Burrow? So is Burrow coming back next week, or is he coming back later? So there's been talk of Burrow coming back for the Thanksgiving game against the Ravens a week from tonight.
Yep.
So how does that impact the contest? How does that impact everything? So do you take Baltimore this week against the Jets, or do you
And then you don't have to worry about Thanksgiving.
Right. Or do you kind of try to hold Baltimore for next week, knowing that I also have Philadelphia, and then you can implement Philadelphia somewhere else in the pool?
Yeah, but if you look at Baltimore, aside from these next 2 weeks, there's really not much, no other spot where you can realistically take them.
No, you're probably taking them this week or next week.
Right.
The argument is, do you hold them till Thursday of next week to use them against Cincinnati, and then implement Philadelphia somewhere else, whether it's against Washington in week 16, or you play them against the Raiders in week 15. So there's some other spots for Philadelphia. I'm leaning towards taking Baltimore this week and Philadelphia on Thanksgiving, but those are just some of the things going through.
And I think look at Philly's availability, 82%. A lot of people are thinking that same way.
Yeah.
So I get why you're thinking about potentially pivoting.
Ideally, if I had Green Bay, I would take Green Bay this week. I think Green Bay is in a good spot at home. Minnesota's a dumpster fire.
And only 13%.
I don't know what's wrong with them, but yeah, only 13%. If you have Green Bay,
that's your differentiator right there.
Be a week to take them. But other than Baltimore, I don't have Detroit. I don't have Green Bay. I don't have Dallas.
Nope.
So
and that's the thing. You're running into a lot of situations.
I don't have Buffalo either. So do you pivot to San Francisco, which is a game I really don't like too much? I kind of like San Francisco in other spots. Let's
go to Vegas is 92% available.
Are the Raiders a play? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel comfortable putting your entry on Geno Smith to get things done?
Well, no, it's more of anti-Shador standards.
And then the other interesting game for me, guys, was the Bears and the Steelers, but I don't know how I feel about that one either. And Aaron Rodgers maybe being out, but I don't know. That's one I wouldn't touch either. It's that's a dangerous game.
I want to, John, to just call back to some of the thoughts that you just had. So the big one is Joe Burrow, and is he going to play? So I could tell you right now, last week when we discussed Thanksgiving, Baltimore was a 12.5-point favorite hosting Cincinnati.
So that's baked in.
So here we are. We're saying as odds setters that Burrow's playing. It's down to 7.5. It's worth 5 points. Baltimore's still the favorite, right? But they ain't 12.5 anymore. So you're pretty much dead even choosing Philly.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow don't play defense either.
No, they're gonna
and they're atrocious.
they're gonna give up 30 points no matter what. You know,
Right.
but
It's just a matter if they're going to outscore them.
yeah, exactly. So John's decision here is: does he take Baltimore this week, hosting the Jets as 13.5-point favorites, and then obviously not having them on Thanksgiving? So it's probably Philadelphia, let's just say for the sake of this argument. Then you've got the decision about San Francisco. So you mentioned the Niners. They're going to be a 7-point favorite, 96% available. Yes, you could play them several other weeks.
Even next week, too, against Cleveland.
Correct. So if you break, let me just go ahead and sort this by week 12. So Baltimore is the top choice for John. Yeah, you did mention Seattle's taken. Detroit's already taken. San Francisco's up next. So,
I mean, Carolina's getting no love.
Dude,
well, here's the other thing. Rob and I talked about this earlier in the week. The Niners are last in sacks in the league.
Yeah.
And they're also last in pressure rate.
Right.
And a lot of that's probably
so no pressure. Bryce Young looks like a freaking champ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why the Niners are a 7-point favorite in this game. I mean, they could win 35-14. Who knows? But to me, it just looks like the line is messed up in that game. So.
John, actually, what is your line for this game? So what should be what's in your opinion? What's the line here for Carolina, San Francisco?
5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 maybe.
I think 4.5 or 5. 4.5 probably.
I don't know. A touchdown favorite.
They're getting no respect.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I could be totally wrong there, but it's just that one kind of stood out to me a little bit. And all the 49er fans that I've heard this week are scared of this game. So
not
they
only
don't understand it either. So
not only are they 7, they're very heavily juiced at circa -1/4.
Yeah, Johnny, you don't have Jacksonville available, right? You used them already?
No, I have Jacksonville.
Oh, you do? Okay.
You used Jacksonville that first week.
I did. I thought it was one of your entries you did too, but
the prime
maybe it was the one that got knocked out.
The prime spot for Jacksonville is the last week. They're probably playing for a playoff spot, and they're playing Tennessee at home. That could be the contest winner, potentially.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. Your whole entry on the Jaguars. Can you imagine?
That is true, and this is what you're looking at. You're looking at this as your linchpin for the entire pool right now. They're going to be a big favorite.
I think there was one other spot for Jacksonville. It might be week 15.
No, there was another Tennessee in Tennessee.
They play the Jets week 15.
I really like to actually. I'm not thinking much about week 18, but you're absolutely right. I'm just thinking of the El Dumpo. And Tennessee wanting to lock up the number 1 overall pick, which they have it right now. So you figure if it comes down to that, and we talked about the bottom of the league and, all those teams tied with 2 wins and Tennessee's got 1 win. Yeah, probably thinking week 18, they're not looking to win that game if it matters between getting the first overall pick and not. But man, this kind of comes back to.
But look at all the spots Jacksonville is actually viable in the rest of the way.
Sure. Yeah. You got week 15.
The Jets. I think they're in play this week, honestly, too.
They play Tennessee twice, week 13 and week 18.
And they got the Jets.
They got the Jets, and they're at Arizona as a 3-point favorite. However, you got a lot of great choices before that.
So you don't have to go down that road.
12. So, John, it's Baltimore. It's San Francisco. You did mention a couple of others, but I think that if you're looking just from a straight up best chance to win, is there anyone else that you'd want to even consider beyond those 2 right now for week 12?
I mean, if I had another entry, I would probably throw one on then you not get cute, but then you have some flexibility. Maybe
differentiation. I think that's going to run huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's do you feel comfortable? Here's the thing: do you feel more comfortable taking like Vegas this week as opposed to making a more uncomfortable click maybe a little bit later on with the Cleveland at home against Tennessee or something like that? That Rob and I were talking about that earlier this week too. So I guess it's coming down to a matter of where you feel less uncomfortable with some of these selections. Maybe you just take Baltimore to get through this week and then you worry about the other stuff later on. But yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of ways to go here. And that's the thing.
you're nowhere near the end. There's a long runway left here. So, hopefully we get to Thanksgiving, and then you just, and then you're pretty much making 3 picks in 8 days here, or 9 days. So this is critical part of the
We're almost at $20K per entry value. I like it. 19.93.
Yep.
Good stuff.
So true. That's quite the punch of a button. John, so we talked a little bit about the
Whoops.
We lost the host.
We did.
I think that's great.
Uh-oh.
We could do the show without him. The hell with him. I mean,
that's an omen. We're gonna lose this week.
Shush.
We're out.
I wonder if he's gonna
I wonder if
he's gonna make us redo the episode now, 'cause he left. Either that or he's gonna have to start splicing video. And I see your better half in the back.
Why? No, we're not done. Rob got disconnected.
You had 2 picks. If you had 2 picks, Vegas would be locked with one of them.
What happened?
I said if you had 2 picks, you'd be a lock with Vegas for one of them.
Maybe. Do you think? I don't know how I feel about that game. Putting your life in
Sanders'
on the
hands,
shoulder of Geno Smith,
or Shedeur Sanders even
against the good defense too.
Does he screw you?
I don't know how I feel. I'd rather go down with the Ravens,
right,
than put all my eggs into that basket. Do we need to back out of this and then back?
I have no idea. He should have the code. Maybe his internet's completely dead.
Eddie's at the St. John's game tonight.
Oh, is he?
He just sent me a picture. Wonder if his power went out.
Well, I just texted the slash on the back of the stream here, so if you can get back in.
Oh, we could do the show tomorrow. We could do another show tomorrow.
Fuck it, we could do it today. Fuck him. Well, he actually gives us credibility. We're better support people.
He's a good host.
He is a good host. Let's see, did he text back? No. Are you like 80% going in on Baltimore?
Probably. Like I don't know. I really don't. I don't see another spot where I feel comfortable.
There he is.
You guys recording this whole time?
We don't have control of it.
Hold on a second.
So you're gonna have to edit out.
I ain't editing jack shit. I'm just gonna go with whatever appears. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I was left off talking about seeing if I can get the forecasts up here so we can come to a nice little idea for where we're going to be at.
Are you having weather there today or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What?
I got this rain. It hasn't stopped raining in like 4 of the past 5 days.
Oh really?
But let's see here. Here's a map. Oh, that was fun. You know what it is? I think I'm just choking out my Mac, like to the point of like, can you please close subs out or maybe close some programs? So
how old's your Mac?
Oh no, it's just a couple of years old. It's just I've got 79 tabs open.
Rob's running Napster in the background.
I got Napster. I got IM Champ.
IM Messenger. How many was that? Like 4 megabytes of RAM on that computer? And it was literally steaming, Willie beaming.
That was top of the line material you were looking at. You had the highest tech you can get.
Yes.
All right, let's see. So it says here that I just got this added in. There we go. Look at that. It's a map. So the forecast, guys. And let's see if we agree or disagree with some of these numbers as it loads. So Baltimore says 20% will be on Baltimore. Buffalo, less than 1%. So that's low.
Well, I think they're factoring in variability on the holidays. I'm sure.
Future value, yeah.
Because you could see, look, they got a little turkey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we got Baltimore 20% is the projection, Seattle 23%, and San Francisco 28%. Knowing San Francisco is 96% available.
Look how tasty Vegas is, though, with that future value being nothing.
I think at this point, I'm not even kidding. Like, and again, this is just my opinion. What good am I? I'm out of the pool. I actually think that the three of us can sack Geno Smith tonight just on a 3-man rush. I really, really do.
I think Cooper and Ovi can.
They could simply they could do it on a 2-dog run, a 2-dog rush. I don't like Vegas. I don't know. I think
if they were playing,
I think Cleveland's going to win.
Myles Garrett. I watched that Baltimore Cleveland game. That guy is insane.
He's a record.
So it's just this,
Yeah.
They're
going to have their way.
That might be another. And I don't know if Sanders could do anything in that game.
You're going to need to make 1 or 2 of these types of picks in order to win this thing.
Oh yeah,
it's a matter of when you're going to do it.
No doubt about it. I don't like it. I don't like doing it this week.
Right.
I don't like doing it this week.
I guess we're rooting hard for the Panthers this week, right? Because I know you're not taking 49ers, Johnny.
I like San Francisco. I like San Francisco in other spots later. Yeah. So I'd prefer to keep them.
I hope Survivor Atlas is misrepresenting that number because I want it to be higher.
No, we definitely will find out Saturday night. That's for sure, John. So if that's the case, and if you're off San Francisco, which, by the way, a 28% projection from Survivor Atlas, you're hoping it's freaking 78% with 96% of the pool available on them. It sounds to be like we could almost at least pencil in the Baltimore Ravens this coming weekend.
Yep, pretty much. And then you hope that Burrow comes back and beats the Ravens on Thanksgiving.
Well, I hate to play devil's advocate, but I mean, I think a lot of these people want multiple options for the holidays because we all know injuries are a major concern in this league.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're one, injury away from completely needing to pivot off of who you thought the holiday would be, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Does that factor into your thought process at all, John?
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
So who's your second choice then?
This week?
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably be San Francisco.
Yeah. I would agree. I saw things. Yeah, I know it's Arizona, but Purdy looked goddamn good. And I don't think that they're going to have much pushback Monday night, with Carolina. I don't know what the hell
Carolina's defense is. I mean, they bend, but they make big plays.
Do they? Do San Francisco cover? I don't know.
I don't even think they cover.
I don't think they lose though. But unless you want to see them perform well, this way you could feel even better about them. Towards the latter half of this pool. I mean, you don't want.
Yeah, you don't want to be taking them coming off a 3-game losing streak, right?
No. Oh my God, no. Well, so this is good. I had a feeling I knew where John was going to go with this one. Especially it's kind of like that 1-2 punch leading into.
But I also love the contrarian angle there too, because he's sneaking in right in, in the third slot of projected percentage of choices.
Yep.
So I'm glad they're not number 1 projected because I hate taking a team in that spot.
No, yeah, that would be that's not good. You don't want to be, along with a hive mind. That's right. Never a good place to be, at least in my opinion. So this is good stuff. It's always good stuff. It's good shit.
Hopefully we gave our listeners some food for thought.
Week 12. We did it, guys. We made it with a live entry. Someone's live.
Now, are we gonna have Are we gonna have a Thanksgiving special?
Hells yeah. Of course we have to. You know why? Someone's going to have a pick going into Thanksgiving.
Yes, they are. John's gonna have a pick.
I hope so.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for checking in. This has been Battleborn Bets. For John Howard, Robert Ginter, I'm Robert Kowalski. See you again next week.